Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aina Shamira binti Zuti. My metric number is H2020319. Based on the labor force statistic from Malaysia, which is presented below 15 labor force number, were selected using a basic random sample sampling technique. Primary data are the employed as the type of data and an interval scale is used as the measurement level. First, the sampling technique used is a simple random sample. The sampling technique used is simple random sampling, which means that each value in the data has an equal chance of being selected for the sample. This technique reduces bias of the population. Second type of data is primary data. The type of data used are numerical data that represent count or frequency of some phenomenon such as labor force in Malaysia. The type of data is quantitative. Next, the level of measurement is an interval scale. The level measurement used are numerical or ordinal for category variables such as gender or age, and interval or ratio for numerical variables such as a labor force. 3. Appropriate table that can be used to describe the data. First, grouped data, relative frequency, and cumulative frequency. First, grouped data, a frequency distribution produced whenever observations are sorted into classes of more than one value. A group frequency distribution is a summary table in which the data are arranged into conveniently established numerical ordered class grouping or category. The frequency distribution should have at least class grouping but no more than 15 class or observation belong to only class interval. Secondly, relative frequency. Relative frequency show the proportion or percentage of the data value in the set that belong to each group or class. Cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency represents the sum of the frequency for that class and all previous class. The cumulative frequency of the last class is equal to the sample size or n.
My name is Sunai Shazrin Rahim. Our metro has 2028059. 3. Develop to suitable graphical method to represent the data using graph paper or Excel. 1. Frequency polygon in data, number of employers, labor force, data class, data, mean point and frequency. 2. Given in data or given number of employers, labor force data, upper boundary frequency and cumulative frequency. Find and explain the value H determine the shape of data discrimination. The measure of control this tendency in statistics. The control tendency is the derivative summary of a data collection. The models of the data discrimination is represented by the dataset single value. Moreover, although providing a summary of the dataset is lack precise information about individual data points from the collection. Generally speaking, one can ascertain the cultural tendency of the dataset using a view statistical measure. The measure of position. A measure of position is used to determine a single value location with relation to other value in a simple or population data set. Unlike the mean or standard deviation descriptive metric that rely on number, are unaffected by a small number of treatment data points. The measures of rotation or measures of probability is a summary statistic that show how dispersed a dataset is with its measurements of central tendency, describe the average value, measurement of variable indicate the distance from the central that the data point frequently fall.
Hi, my name is Nur Shazana Akila binti Zulkifli and my metric number is H22A1104. I want to talk about question 1 in part B. Question 1 is about find one set of data that have one independent variable and one dependent variable. So in this case, I am choosing time spent studying is the independent variable and exam grades is the dependent variable. This dataset investigates the link between study time in hours and exam grades in percentage for a group of students. With 5 data points, a noticeable positive trend emerged. More study times correlates with higher exam scores. Visualizing this relationship through a line chart emphasizes the upward trajectory. The strong correlation underscores the connection, though it's important to remember correlation doesn't imply causation. Overall, the dataset effectively showcases the positive association between study time and exam performance. Next, I will talk about section 2.2 on sample size, type of data, and level of measurement. It's comprehensive and provides a clear understanding of this key concept in research methodology. The explanation of sample size emphasizes its impact on the representativeness of study results, while the distinction between qualitative and quantitative data, breakdown of numerical categories, enhances the reader's grasp of data types. Additionally, the detailed explanation of the levels of measurement from nominal to ratio adds depth to the discussion, elucidating the nuances in the properties and characteristics of each level. It effectively conveys essential information in a structured manner, contributing to a solid foundation in research methodology.
We have chosen a random number of 50 number. There is a number frequency of 4 times, which is the number 120. The mean number is 1, is the number 101. The maximum number selected is 1 to 8 demical 5. For the conclusion of the standard deviation, we get 10 demical 4.
My name is Nur Afifah Sohaila binti Amri and my metric number is H22A0385. This is a calculate about the person product moment correlation coefficient. So I want to explain the value obtained. In this data, I have used a set data from subset randomly. There are 5 columns, which is the first column is exam grade, second column is time spent studying, column 3 is column XY, column 4 is X power of 2, and the last column is Y power of 2. The answer of each column in the that based on X plus Y, that is each row in column 1, is multiplied by each row in column 2, while columns 3 and 4 are based on the numbers X and Y to the power of 2 in each row of columns 1 and 2. Overall, I have interpreted the values by the calculate the sum of each column. This is the estimate regression equation that I have find in data of 5 column, and I have interpreted the regression equation. XY is 442,601 minus 3,596 is X. 301,004 is Y. Divide N is a sample size, which is 25 in one column, and then divide 533,772 power of 2 minus 442,601 power of 2 divide 25. So the answer is 0.0869. Meanwhile, the answer of BO is 123.661, and we find Y equal 123.661 plus 0.0869.